So I just wanted to show you guys our little sleeping spot for the night. It's just off to the side of the highway. Say hi.
Hello.
Well, the funny thing is, as we pulled in here last night, it was pitch black, wind was howling. It's this little highway truck stop thing. And we were listening to the podcast Serial, which didn't help, which is a murder case investigation. And this thing was on the side of the road. Yeah, so the first thing my headlights shine on is that creepy teddy bear. It's pretty scary. So we backed in here, locked all the doors, and kept listening to Serial. It's pretty creepy.
I was scared.
Yeah, we were a bit scared. But then we wake up this morning and you see it in daylight, and it's actually not scary. It's pretty nice. And we were gonna start our video this morning right in this very spot until the traffic picked up. And it's way too noisy, so we're gonna go somewhere else.
Let's go.
All right, I think we found a spot. It's pretty. See what we got here. Elliston Coastal Trail. Cool. Don't do it.
Ahoy, friends.
Ahoy, everybody. So the last little while when we've been living in the van, we came up with a few things that were like, oh, we wish we had changed this or done something different. Basically just regrets that we have about the van build. And we thought, well, why don't we just share it with you guys, since we shared the build series, then you can make your own decisions and tweak the things we did if you actually are looking to do the same thing.
Regrets.
Regrets. We call it regrets. Everyone says no regrets, but I don't know.
How do you learn and grow without regrets?
Yeah, if you say you don't regret anything, how do you ever learn from mistakes? So, all right, so what is our first regret about this van?
The van.
The van itself. It's a good van, it was a good price at the time, but the biggest thing is just the actual model of the van, like not having the high roof has been a bit of a downside for us. Yeah, I like the length of the van actually. Like I don't think having the long one would have been difficult.
Yeah, just to get around cities and...
So it's been nice for that, like just as a commuter around town and stuff. It's a good size for that. But yeah, the high roof, even just for storage, I think like standing is nice, but you gain extra storage, like bigger cabinets, stuff like that we could have accomplished with having the high roof.
We were on a time crunch. We arrived in Australia. We had 2 weeks to find a van before we knew we had a 30-day house sit where we were going to build the van.
Yeah, so the time was a huge issue. Like just having the 30 days in a foreign country made it difficult to, like, number one, just sourcing materials properly. Like it was almost okay, we found what we need, we just had to buy it. We didn't have time to shop around, order online. Like we just wouldn't have time for that. We had to find a local supplier and just buy it and use it. So budget wise it wasn't that friendly, so we probably spent more than we could have if we were anywhere that we could have just ordered things pre-planned, just stuff like that.
Also, no manpower, no dads, no friends,
True.
Anywhere to help. We were staying at a house sit that we had pre-arranged, so we knew we had 30 days at that place and then we'd be on the road.
Time isn't really a regret, but it's more like sets up why we did some of the things that we did in the van, and why we didn't do other things is maybe we just didn't have time.
Shower!
The shower. I'm gonna put a little clip up on the screen just of what I makeshift made for a shower just as we set out to head west. It was just a shower bag with a hose attached to it and like a garden watering nozzle. It did not work. Like we were in the desert, naked, trying to shower with this thing. It was dark out and water just ended up leaking all over the place and it wasn't working. So we got to come up with a better plan. So that's still a work in progress, but more thought into that would have probably been good.
Yeah, we have been showering. Lots of the local YMCA, they charge $2.50 or $2 beach showers. There are some free public hot shower, which is nice. We had someone kind enough from the hardware store to invite us to their home.
When you need to find showers, You find them in interesting places. So we have been showering. This isn't saying that we have not been showering.
Yeah.
We've just been having to find, like, I guess less convenient ways, like having to go and seek out places to shower.
The other day there was a little tiny spout and we put it in water bottles and dumped it on ourselves and had a shower that way.
Yeah. On to the next point. What is it?
Weight balancing.
Oh yeah, balancing the weight. So yeah, in the van, we kind of, well, you guys have seen it. We're sitting on this half. So we got the bed on this half. The kitchen is on this half. The batteries are under the folding out kind of couch bed. So effectively that means our water jugs are on this side. Like basically all the weight.
Joe's on this side.
Yeah, I drive on this side. And so all the weight really is on the right half of the van. I think it's more something I'm paranoid about, like the van sits at a little bit of a kilter to the one side, but it probably would have been nice just for handling of the vehicle and stuff if it was more balanced, but you don't seem to be as preoccupied with it.
I don't lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
Okay, one regret that we could have done even just a few inches is when we set up the bed. It's really easy if you can open the door and just no problem set it up at night, but if it's cold or we're in a neighborhood or something, just to make this space a little bit easier to access.
Bit of lack of space at the back of the bed, but as you can see, we had to use space pretty effectively, and that only really allowed to leave a very small space at the back. The door is pretty much right there. So there's a little space, but yeah, you have to open the back doors or jimmy your way in there to fit.
Another regret.
Oh yeah, so this, we do love our table.
But it's way too big.
I think the only thing we could have done is just shortened it a bit to make easier to get in and out of too. If we had shortened it just to slide in and out. And also there would have been the potential of putting some cabinets like across the top. So the way it is now, there's no room up there, which would have probably been a perk of having the high roof, is the extra space would have allowed us to put some cabinets or something up top. But
we also really wanted to be able to walk out the back, but we found with this door closed, you need to open both anyway. So if we would have done like a U shape, it would have allowed us some more storage, and we still could have climbed over to get out the back. So that's something we would have probably done a bit differently. Because storage is a bit of an issue at this point. Like as we accumulate a few more things or go on bigger road trips, all the water jugs are full. We have like, you know, more food, things like that. You just run out of space quicker. Of course we could just put stuff like on the floor and that, but I don't know, we like having the space a bit tidy, so it's just finding space. I also think if you do this in your home country, you would just have way more stuff in general. We came to Australia with a little bag each, so it's not like we had that much stuff to put in it. So
the roof vent, so we've had some hot days obviously in Australia. The vent was kind of an afterthought for us, even though the videos we watched, people were like, oh, roof vents.
Somebody was so paranoid about changing the structure of the van, and
I was worried about Australian laws and like manipulating, cutting holes in the van. Anyway, the best thing we did was put one in, but like I said, if with more time I probably would have like sourced out a better roof vent, proper, like a bigger fan, either Fantastic or Max fan, something like that, something bigger, more powerful, because this puny little, like that little fan
sucks.
I'm pretty sure that's the same fan you get on those like little water squirters with the batteries in it that you have at like amusement parks.
But that is something that could be changed.
Yeah, so the hole's there.
This one is quite a little bit smaller than some of the other ones, so you could cut a bigger hole and...
Yeah, I think that would be, like if we can't stand it anymore, we're just too hot in the van and can't get enough ventilation, then it is something that we could upgrade.
Next, lights.
Oh yeah, the lighting. So the lighting...
We love the dimmer, but who needs 6 lights in this space?
Yeah. When they're on, like it's way brighter than what we actually need. I think I would have done some LED strip lighting. We've actually just been using like little electric battery candles.
Best than like hack. IKEA I had this at home in Canada. Again, you can't really tell, but just one of those fake flickering battery candles so you don't have to have any fire.
Same with the back to the time thing, I guess. The electrical system in general, I go back and forth between regretting what I did and then being okay with it. I don't know. It's been actually pretty good, but going with the 24 volt system and running all these LED lights and stuff, it was probably a bit overkill. I should have tried to incorporate some sort of 12 volt, something more basic, but we haven't had an issue yet. Like, we haven't run out of power, and even though we have this huge bar fridge.
Speaking of things I don't regret the fridge. I don't regret the size of the fridge. It's really good. I love that we have a seating area. It's no problem folding the bed up every night. And I also love that we have a real mattress. Even we got a memory foam topper, which maybe we didn't need, but I saw it for 20 bucks and I was like, sure.
Oh yeah, and I love that I put one of these in. As you know, we went with the wall plugs, like having the little phone and tablet USBs, just plugging our phone and tablet right into that without an adapter has been wicked.
Another thing we don't regret, the tint.
The heat resistant tinting, I think has made a big difference, and the insulation and all that stuff. Like, when it gets hot in here, it does get hot, but I think being parked in the sun when it's like mid 30s, even close to 40, I don't know if there's anything you can do other than putting a big air conditioning unit and having like thick insulated walls that would actually stop the heat.
Nicer fan.
Yeah, or having more airflow. But like, we found if we parked a bit in the shade, open the doors, and just let air come through like it is now, it's actually quite comfortable. What else, hon? That's all. Yes, this was just kind of a video. Sorry we've been missing for a while. We just wanted to get something out to you guys. We're going to be making some more videos as we cross west, just about our journey and just what's happening.
And yeah, thank you to all the people who sent really nice messages asking where our videos were. We had some family visiting, had some actual paid work, and I was really sick for a while, so that was annoying.
Yeah, so we've been MIA. We've also been suffering from a condition that lots of people know is just laziness and
lack of motivation. Which should be another video.
Yeah, should be. So we're just trying to like trump that and get that out and just start making videos. And yeah, thanks for the great feedback from all of you that have commented.
Thank you for watching. If you want to like it, go ahead. If you don't, then don't. If you want to subscribe,
then subscribe. See ya. Peace.